We limit ourselves, right? I'm not musical, I'm not creative, I'm not athletic, I'm not funny, I'm not a people person, I'm not a great speaker, I'm not a great writer, I'm not whatever. It's all BS that we tell ourselves and we let the world tell us. Do you believe anything is possible? Or do some of you think some things are possible? Life's come along and said, no, some things aren't really possible for you. And I focused on my weaknesses and my failures maybe now, or the world tells me, and I listen to others tell me, not everything's possible. Or maybe you're in the camp, I hope not many, where you say, not much is really possible. I'm just trying to get through every day. I'm just trying to get this work off my desk so I can go home. Maybe a few of you are in that spot. You've stopped trying new things. You've stopped trying to get better at anything. You're just trying to get through the day. Is there more we can do? Is there more as a firm we can do? And is there more you can do? This talk today could have been entitled, Don't Be Pooh, Be a Picasso.
People say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day.
No, for Pooh, that's not the... never mind.
Pooh doesn't do anything, so he doesn't accomplish anything, right? But Picasso, on the other hand, he created 50,000 pieces of art in his lifetime. 50,000, that's almost 2 a day for every day of his life. And he obviously didn't start when he was a baby. He's considered one of the greatest of all time, right? But do we remember 49,980 of those pieces of art? We don't, right? The point is not output. The point is not to do more in that sense. The point is that was all part of his journey. Every one of those he did every day made him better, right? Can we do the same? Spoiler alert, this whole retreat, this whole talk, everything, yes, you can. It's crazy, but you can if you start on a journey today. And that's what this retreat's about. The other title for this could have been How I Spent My Summer Vacation. I set out, we talk about pursuit exceptional all the time, right? So I started thinking, what makes exceptional people in history, all those people we saw in the video, what makes them exceptional? So I dug into books, and I read 13 books this summer. I read about half of those in a week with my family on vacation right here by that pool. And it led me to something called deliberate practice, and it led me to something called myelin in your brain. And holy crap, eureka, this was the answer. This was it. These books have it in there. Confirmed by study after study after study of psychology and history and biology and neuroscience and all these things, this deliberate practice and this myelin thing in the brain is the key to everyone in history doing what they did exceptionally well, without exception. Literally, there are no exceptions to this. This is how everyone great has become great. There are no child prodigies. That's a myth. There are no naturals. There's no people born with things that you don't have that they had. There's no special genes. There's no magic revelation or inspiration that comes down. There's no shortcuts. There's no fast passes like at Disneyland. There is no alternative. It's not sudden. It doesn't just happen. It's not dumb luck. Don't tell a person that, like in that video, they got lucky. They didn't get lucky, right? It's simply a certain type of practice that when done properly over a long period of time leads to exceptional things. That's the secret. That's the secret. So on one hand, hallelujah, we cracked the code, right? And you say, you just do it. You can do it, right? But since it doesn't rely on natural talent or genes or gifts or any of those things, you already have everything in you need to do those kinds of things, to be exceptional, nearly anything in the world. But on the other hand, oh crap, right? There's no more excuses. That's what that means. Why aren't you doing that? If you have everything you need, why aren't you doing those kinds of things? And why aren't more people? If this stuff's in 13 books that I read, why are more people not in the last decade like popping out of the woodworks exceptional and doing all kinds of amazing things? I think the answer is 2 reasons, and they apply to us. One, it's a lot easier to stand back or sit back and say, look at Serena Williams. She is gifted in ways I'm not. Look at Usain Bolt. He must eat special yams in Jamaica that make him better, right? That's what people say. They have these myths, and they say, there's something special about that. I'm going to check out, and I'm going to just go along with the flow. I'm going to be on autopilot. I'm going to be just good enough to get by, and I'm going to live in the mediocre majority. That's where a lot of us start, right? The other reason is because we limit ourselves. Fill in the blank, right? Remember last year, I said, I'm not athletic. For 30 years of my life, I said that. Suddenly, crap, I'm kind of athletic. We're in Boston, right? We limit ourselves, right? I'm not musical. I'm not creative. I'm not athletic. I'm not funny. I'm not a people person. I'm not a great speaker. I'm not a great writer. I'm not whatever. It's all BS that we tell ourselves and we let the world tell us. It's assumed constraints. Remember last year, I talked about assumed constraints in the elephant. Baby elephant tied to the stake on the rope, tries to pull, can't pull loose, says, I can't do this. I give up. I'm not meant to break this thing, right? Baby elephant grows up. Big elephant. Big elephant could easily rip that stake out of the ground. Does it do it? No. It doesn't even try. It's an assumed constraint. It says, I can't break it. I couldn't as a kid, so I'm not now. That's what we're talking about. It's artificial limitations to our potential. What we saw in the video last night when you weren't laughing, right? All those dreams we had as kids. What happened to them? Some of you said lawyers, like, kudos to you, right? But a lot of us, like me, astronaut. I want to be an astronaut, right? Or I want to be a Navy fighter pilot, or I want to be a Power Ranger, or whatever some of those were. What happened to those? What happened is, as a kid, we allowed our minds to dream big dreams, those dreams. And we said, I'm going to do that. I can do that. And then we grew up a little, and our adult minds started kicking in, didn't they? And they started rationalizing. They started saying, that's not realistic. And our parents started saying, that's not realistic. You can't be an astronaut. And your friends started saying, you're not going to be an astronaut, right? That's what happened to those dreams. So that's what happens. Why are more people exceptional? Why haven't people read these 13 books? Why are we in this room? Because it's hard. That's simply the answer. It's hard. But I'll tell you, our mission and our work, the work we do, calls us to be exceptional. We have to be exceptional. What's different about a surgeon than us? What's different about the work? Nothing. Our work is just as important as a surgeon. We're changing lives. We're affecting lives. So this year, we're going to go really deep on how do you tap into exceptional power, our theme. How do you dream big? I mean, big dreams. And then you accomplish it. And then you keep going, and there's more. And you go to the next dream, and you keep climbing this ladder over and over for the rest of your life. You make a real impact by doing so on those around you, your immediate circle, and even on the broader world. So do you really believe anything is possible? Do you believe it's possible for you